Welcome back to the LEC and welcome Humanoid Pro to the broadcast. Humanoid, congratulations on your victory against Vitality. How important was it for Mad Lions to come back from yesterday's defeat and claim today's victory?
Hi, so I think after yesterday's loss, we were a bit tilted because we felt like we really should have won that game. We were really far ahead, and this game, it felt a bit similar to yesterday, where we were really far ahead and then we started throwing, or I started throwing basically. And so I guess I was a bit nervous, but in the end it worked out, so it was a really important win.
Yeah, Mad Lions did manage to grab the Nexus in the end, and the team does seem to be kind of figuring some pieces of its puzzles out at the moment. And in PGL yesterday, Meg specifically discussed about Mad Lions mid-game, the ability to snowball really clean. That Mad Lion is not quite there, but getting there. In your opinion, what are some of Mad Lions' growing pains, and what are you doing in order to address those issues?
I think this year, compared to last year, we are trying to play a bit harder team comps at the start, even though it might lose us some games. I think it will help us in the long run, and because last year we were just playing scaling team comps and just getting some free wins out of that, but we were not really playing the game correctly. So this year we are just trying to work on the start on like playing harder team comps and playing the game well. And that way I think we will just be way stronger in playoffs and in next split.
And I would love to also ask about your role in Mad Lion currently building itself towards playoffs, because in an interview with Lara from Dot, you mentioned that you're making sure the younger players aren't playing the solo queue style and be able to focus on macro. As the veteran of the team, how are you helping the rookie players in the team towards this growth?
Yeah, so I think new players in LEC usually don't really know too much about like macro movement, because I feel like in regional leagues there's not really that much, like the game doesn't have depth and they just play like in solo queue, but that doesn't really work once the enemy team does not like randomly fight. So that's what I was trying to learn, trying to teach the new players at the start, that you need to rotate a few times before you can just start randomly fighting. And yeah, I think that was my role, but I think right now everyone is understanding that pretty well.
I specifically want to ask you about your take on Elyoya's growth, because I also had an interview with him earlier this week, and he seems to be someone who is very, very hungry to grow as a player and as a teammate, as a person. So from the third person perspective, what can you tell us about Elyoya's growth so far?
I think I'm really surprised by Elya, to be honest. I think he's really smart, and he also talks about the game a lot in reviews, which you don't usually see with the newer players. But Elya has his own opinions, which are usually really good. And yeah, I'm just really surprised by how well he's doing right now.
And for my final question, I actually want to talk about you, because you've been to Worlds in the last 2 years. I can confidently say that you are one of the staple names in the LEC right now. You are the veteran. So what growth would you like to have achieved as a mid laner, as a player, even as a person at the end of the spring split, even at the end of 2021?
I think my goal basically every year is to get at least the Worlds. I think that's just the biggest experience of a league professional player. And yeah, from that on, probably getting out of planes maybe at the start, since last year didn't really work out. But usually it would be getting out of groups and then see from there. But yeah, for sure, the main goal is to get to Worlds.
All right, and definitely best of luck in that. And for now, also best of luck for Mad Lions' run in the rest of the regular season and the playoffs, and the possible playoffs. Thank you so much.
Thank you.